Hey everybody, this next video that I'm going to put up here on the Colton Yard wasn't originally shot for my YouTube channel. I didn't even have the idea of having a YouTube channel at that time, and please forgive the vertical format it's in. I also have another one I'm probably going to put up on the Kingsburg Depot restoration that was also shot in vertical format. Those were never intended for YouTube, but I'm going to go ahead and use them because I don't get down to Colton very often, and I don't want to put upon the guys up at the Kingsburg Depot to give me another tour of that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy both of the videos. I'm going to do the one from the Colton Yard first. Everybody enjoy it. I'm here at West Colton doing some training today, and done with our first class a lot earlier than they thought. So I'm here at the yard at West Colton. That's the signal facility there. That's where we're doing our class at. This is the locomotive servicing facility. That there's the that's where they wash the engines. They run them through there, and they got sprayers that run down the sides of them. They do all the service on the engines here. They clean them up, service anything that's wrong with them. Fill them with sand for the sand tanks. For those of you who don't know, they use sand. They put it out in front of the wheels as the train goes along to help with traction, engine, motors, whatever needs to be done as far as stuff to get them back out on the road is done here. It's a pretty extensive facility. A little further down into the yard now. I can't remember the acronym for these things right here, escapes me right now, but these are essentially car counters. They have a system, a little deal in there on the side of the cars. They're not exactly barcodes, but they are car identifiers, and as the trains go by, they read those codes and ensure that no cars have been lost along the way. You can see these little signals here. These are switch point indicators. All these switches in the yard, well, I don't know about all of them, but I know these ones right here have got these pipes going to them. These are air operated switches. They throw automatically, or not automatically, they throw instantly. Just by the time you hear the sound of the switch, it's already thrown. That's the exhaust. But that's looking back towards the engine facility. And then up there is the one spot. And I'll stop up there and explain what that does. This is the what's called a one spot car repair facility. It's part of the car department. Inside there they repair anything that's wrong with cars. It's a really intense facility. Lumber car in there, they got the end of it jacked up, probably putting new wheels on it or something, but they can do all that in there. New wheels, new trucks, repair frames, whatever needs to be done they can do in there. Brake shoes, airlines, tanks, everything. It's pretty amazing what goes into just keeping one rail car operating. I've forgotten what a busy place this is. People driving around everywhere. I'm used to Bakersfield where there's nothing but bums walking around, including the ones that work for the railroad. Anyway, so that's what the one spot does. I'm at the bottom of what's called the hump. This is the classification yard. You can see these cars going down through here. They have a elevated section up there. It's called the hump, and they have a guy there that has a list of different cars, and they have a switching train up there that they back up real slowly, and when the specific cars go by, he releases them, breaks them apart, and they roll down the hill, down the hump, through retarders, which are air-operated brake systems on the actually on the rail. Keep all the cars going the same speed. These are trains, all those there. All those on the to the left of the lights, poles with the lights on them there, are all trains that are being made up. They leave here and they go east and west and north. There's a retarder right there where that tank is. I'm gonna go up on the hump here and get some footage from up there. This train sitting here is getting recrewed. This is a westbound Z train, a double stack container. Well, they're not all double stacks, but this is where they recrew the trains here in Colton. That building right there is the terminal. They run the hump from up there. That little small building there is where I'm not sure what the title of that person is. The hump master, the humper. Every day's hump day for him. But anyway, that's where the trainmen report for duty and go off duty, and they have vans that bring them over here, take them back over to the terminal. And that's looking east. That is west. Los Angeles is about 60 miles that way. That serves, its main purpose is to serve the Port of Los Angeles, where they make the money. A few years ago, they put all this below surface, got rid of dozens of crossings. I don't know how much money they spent doing that, but it was a boatload. That is Cedar Avenue right there, Interstate 10, and runs right alongside the yard on the other side of that train. And right down into San Bernardino. And they're humping again. You see these hopper cars here. Once again, make sure I'm staying away from, these are all live tracks. Never know which way a train's going to be going or cars are going to be moving. One of our number one rules, expect the movement of trains at any time, in any direction, on any track. These ones I'll show from the other side. They'll run down the hump, and they get to the bottom, yard flattens out, and they just use their own momentum to slide on up into the yard and connect to whatever train they're going to connect to, depending on where they're going. Got a retarder right in front of me here, and I'll show that works. It's this assembly right here. It's operated pneumatically. As a train, as a car approaches it, that box over there has a radar in it. Determines how fast the car is going and applies the retarders appropriately. And the retarders, they're just brake material that come in and clamp against the flange of the train wheels, and that's how they slow them down. Occasionally you'll see cars with stickers on them that say "do not hump," and that's what that means. They don't hump cars if they have fragile freight in them or dangerous explosives, whatever. They don't hump those cars. They'll put those together with trains at slower speeds in a different part of the yard. But anyway, still a pretty interesting way that they do this. It's all computer operated and pretty neat. Got a oil car coming through. Go through that retarder right there. You'll be able to see, you can hear it getting ready to work. Guess it didn't need to slow him down very much. A couple more. You can hear it activating again. I'll stay on it till it lets the car go. So you can definitely see it slowing down through there. See how it opened back up. Cool. Well, I'm glad one got to go by where everybody could see just exactly how they work. Down at the east end of the yard, up on this little footbridge that goes over the yard tracks up here, looking west down into the yard. That is Interstate 10 right there. Just can't wait to drive on that later on when I have to go home. That's the yard master's tower right there. But the hump and the terminal tower down at the other end of the yard there. From up here you can see, I don't know how many tracks this yard utilizes, but you can see how big it is. It's a really good sized place. And a lot of employees, A lot of stuff going on. Very dangerous place if you're not paying attention. And I always enjoy coming down here and seeing all this going on. I don't know why. But you can see the yard engines in there that are helping make up trains, getting ready to, they pull them out on other tracks and get them ready to go out on the main line. Or onto the to the locals, whatever they do. But that's their job. And looking east, it's the main line, the double track on the left there, alongside the freeway on and off ramp. And then these are more yard tracks going this way, as are those over there. Big old place.